Going down for real. It's going down for real.
Hello everyone, welcome to the very first episode of the Gridiron. My name is Abron Treview. I'm the commissioner for the Las Vegas Gridiron, and I'm here today just to show you exactly where we stand through the midpoint of our season. It was a great idea by Joey to come up with an opportunity for us just to talk about what's happening midway through the season. We thought it'd be a perfect stopping point, see what's going on, tell you a little bit about who's doing what, who's not doing what, and how the playoffs are going to shape up, what we think anyway. So first of all, I want to tell you all thank you for playing in the Gridiron. Right now, we're with 21 teams, very competitive games on a weekly basis. The scoring in our league has gone through the roofs. I know originally people were a little upset about what was going to happen with these quarters, but us playing quarters and staying on that the play clock has made scoring go out of the roof in some very, very competitive games so far. I'm actually very, very proud of some of the strides we have made in the Gridiron. One of those being our referees. I can't thank Nico and the rest of the crew, Bobby, Andrew, Frank, Weasel, Disco, myself and Robbie even at times, JP. Everyone's done a really, really good job, and the referees are something I think that's going to help make this league continue to grow. Some of the things that we're also doing a little bit better, after we've got our rosters turned in, you guys notice that we're updating our stats as soon as our morning games are over with. We have some challenges, I know, in the evenings, and we're going to make sure that those get in just as quick as the ones that we're doing in the morning. But a big, big thank you to Cheese and Eli for doing the best they can to make sure they record some accurate stats for us. I think that's something that definitely sets the Gridiron apart from other leagues that some of us may play in. But some of the other things that are going on with the Gridiron, you've probably seen that if you're on our forum, you've seen that we've adjusted the number of conferences that we have for this season. This is something that's always been in our plans, to be quite honest with you. But what we wanted to do was allow teams to kind of play some games and this all work itself out. One of the things that we decided to do was divide up the Mountain West Conference into the Mountain West and our Pac-12 conference. This is allowing for some teams to continue to stay competitive, continue to come out there and want to play football games. It's going to crown us another champion, but it's also going to make for much more competitive playoffs. We'll discuss more about that this evening as we go through the process. So what I'd like to do now is just talk about it. Right now we have an SEC division that consists of 4 teams. As you can tell, that's All In, Bad Boys, Body Shop, and Empire. Our Big 12 division consists of Nellis, Air Force Base, Mad Dogs, Monstars, Air Raid, Transformers, and Wolfpack. Our Mountain West Conference will consist of Second to None, On My Mama Cuh, Sin City Kings, Fubar, Hot Boys, and the Wise Guys. Our Pac-12 division or conference will be Sub-Zero, Rampage, the Savages, Las Vegas Saints, and the Beer Leaguers. Want you to know that I know you guys are waiting to see who this special guest is. We put an invite out there. And one of the people who we had huge response for and someone who really wanted to join us is here today. I'll wait so that way you guys can see exactly who that is, but I know you guys are going to be excited about what this person has in store for you. He might even do a little dance for you. We don't know. Since we're at the midway point, we thought it'd be a perfect time just to review the standing and see where everyone shapes up and give the commission's 2 cents on exactly where everybody stands. So we'll start out in our top division, our SEC. SEC is doing very well in college football, and we have a very nice SEC conference going on right now. At the top, you can see this team called All In is leading at 4-1. Right behind them, you have the Bad Boys at 3-1. Body Shop following up at 2-2, and Empire currently at 1-4. Empire's played a very tough schedule so far, and they're shaping up and looking pretty good so far. With the addition of Rambo Mays, a former member of my team, the team is looking very well, and slowly but surely, I think they're getting better on a weekly basis. Body Shop actually upset the #1 seed All In, so their team is looking well, pretty well stacked. Donnie Dermer's got himself a really nice team in Body Shop. Bad Boys, led by DBs, Gene, they're playing really well. They've got their stuff together. Nikki has been their team manager, and she's doing really good with them. They're shaping up at 3-1, not looking bad so far in the season. You'll see our Big 12 division. We've broken that down into 6 teams. Nellis, led by Yoder at quarterback and TK playing wide receiver. They're looking very good at 4-0. Many teams think that they should be up in the SEC right now. That's still to be seen. We've also seen that TK has requested they play some SEC teams just to see where they stand. So we'll see how that goes. Mad Dogs at 3-2. You'll find that a lot of teams think that they're stacked. Josh is playing very well for them. Mark's playing well. They're 3-2 right now, but I think they're going to make some noise in the playoffs. When you see that. Monstars at 3-2, led by Gmo. They're playing really well this season. Vincetti and Max they're doing their thing with Monstars right now. So we'll see what happens. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Air Raid's had a really tough schedule as well. You see that these guys are requesting to play some tougher teams also throughout the season, so they're not playing the same people again. So I'd like to see what's going to happen with them. Transformers in the division they didn't want to be in, but they're holding their own. So I can't wait to see what happens with them in the playoffs. Wolfpack had the opportunity to go to the Mountain West, but decided, hey, we want to play with the big boys. So they're stuck in our Big 12 division, and they're looking to make some noise as well. You'll see we divided the Mountain West and the Pac-12 into two different divisions, and second to none is leading the pack at 5-0, right behind Alma Mamaca, who were upset recently by the Sin City Kings. Fubar and Cody's holding his team together, and they're doing a really nice job after a very, very bad start for them and breaking up with teams, but they're looking well. Hot Boys are making some noise. Wise guys with Sage doing his thing, channeling his inner blackness is making his team play well. Sub-Zero and Rampage round out the Pac-12. They're at the top, but you see all these teams are at 1-3 or 1-4. What we'll do is we'll decide who's going to make the playoffs based on their conference wins, their head-to-head battles as well, and then we'll see that we'll crown the Pac-12 champion once again. Even though these teams are at the lower division, our Pac-12 division, it was always been a very competitive division for us. You'll see that we're going to encourage these guys to come out and represent. I know some of you might want to play in the Mountain West Conference, but here we're gonna stick with it as this. I think it's going to work out well, and we're looking for some very, very exciting playoffs. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, I'd like to invite our special guest into the scene, Hanjabatron. Thank you very much for joining us today. Hanjabatron, very nice to meet you. While we going to meet a Transformer.
It's Ham Bananatron.
Hand Banana Jobtron.
No, Ham Bananatron.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've always heard people call you Hand Jobtron. I just thought that's what it was.
It's their joke.
Oh, I apologize. I won't let it happen again.
I hope not.
Did anyone ever tell you resemble Kenny Powers?
No, I get riff-raff a lot.
Oh, okay. All right, well, welcome. I know
Well, thank you.
the forum was buzzing and they really wanted you to be a part of this show, so I just want to thank you and give you the opportunity to spend some time and ask some questions, see what you got going on.
Well, first, you got this all split up now. How does this affect our playoff run? Because, Word did a different thing. They got split up. I mean, how is this going to affect people's playoff runs?
It's funny you mentioned that. It's not going to affect you at all. What I'm going to do is, I can actually map it out for you really quick.
Okay.
What we're going to do is we'll have a playoff system that's going to work out well. As you'll see, this will be normal. There's only 4 teams, so this will work out fine. The winners here will play for their championship. One will play for it, just like that. Here in your division, the Big 12 will have 2 byes. So the top 2 seeds will have a bye. The middle teams will play against each other. So 3 will play versus number 6. 4 will play versus number 5. We'll reseed after each of these. The lowest seeded team will play the top seed. The second lowest seed remaining will play this team here. So your team will have to win 1, 2, 3 games to win the championship. So you're right there. And we'll actually do the exact same thing for the Mountain West Conference. So you'll see that this is actually lined up just perfect. The most anybody have to play to win the whole thing. Oh, I'm sorry. The most anyone have to play to win the entire thing is 3 games. Here in the Pac-12, the number 1 seed will get a bye. The bottom 2 teams will play. The middle 2 teams will play. I'm sorry. The number 2 seed will play the number 5 seed. We'll reseed after that. And the top team finds themselves in the championship. So I think this will be something that works out well. What'll happen? Top 2 teams will play. This will work out well. Number 1 seed will play 2 games and possibly win the championship. Doesn't affect it at all. You guys look good going into the playoffs. Actually, don't you think?
We always look good.
I know you're in the Big 12, which is where I think you guys need to be.
People would debate that, but you know me. It's hashtag undefeated from here on out.
Well, it's funny you say that because this season I posted something and asked for people to start talking trash in the grid and see what people thought we stood in the middle of the season. And you guys came out in full effect.
Well, I mean, we got one of the best wide receivers in the division.
Oh my! Yes, you're right.
Insanity, baby.
I hear that.
Catching on everywhere.
Vinsanity.
Yeah.
Like Vince Carter, I think he plays in Memphis now, right?
He may. I don't know where he plays. He's a bum compared to our Vince.
Vince, what do you think makes Vince the most valuable player so far
up to the midpoint, I mean, he's got 20 receptions, 536 yards, an average of 26 yards a catch, 5 touchdowns. So it's a 25% chance that when we throw in the ball, it's a TD to the house.
Well, Jemima Prime was the first person to chime in. He thought that, and I know you second that.
Oh, I do. I definitely second it. I mean, the numbers don't lie.
Okay, well, what about Sack? Sack says he's throwing the ball, and the QB is throwing the ball. He says it's pretty nice.
Sax is doing his own in this team. You know, this new team we got. So he's coming to his own. But I mean, without those hands, without Vince hitting that route, I mean, Sax doesn't have the open guy to throw it to.
Okay, well, that's fair. That's fair enough. I just know that, you know, you guys have been talking a lot of trash. I know you guys have a lot of fun on that team.
But we do.
Looking nice with those jerseys.
You know, the best dressed people in the grid right now.
Yeah. Okay, that's what you're saying.
That's how it is.
And the balloon helmet makes everything work out well for you too.
Oh, it does. It looks nice.
Awesome. Well, you know, there's some people who think different. You know, there's some people who are thinking, you know, some of the best players in our league are, you know, coming from Alma Mamaka.
You mean the sandbaggers?
Oh, is that what you call them?
Well, they would call themselves the overachievers.
Okay.
We would like to say sandbaggers. I mean, you got a team full of elite D linemen. Bear's a monster.
Yeah.
Can't ever pull his flags.
Well, with Mad Dogs, Josh broke a record, the single game record, had 8 sacks last weekend. So what are your thoughts about that? I know that's something you pride yourself in. He had 8 sacks in one game against the Savages.
He did, but I'm almost sure the Mad Dogs lost to the Transformers.
Okay, so the playoffs going to be shaping up nice then.
It's going to be a fight to the finish.
What else do you have for me?
Well, I mean, what do you have for us coming up? I mean, we've been here for a while. You've got your feet wet. You've been commissioner for a little while. What do you got going on for us? What can we look forward to next season and the seasons to come?
Well, you know, we hopefully got a lot of things coming up for you. The playoffs are going to be spread out over 2 weekends now, so you're not going to have to play multiple games on one day. We're going to continue to hopefully make this league even better. We're going to start the league a little bit early in January instead of after the Super Bowl, so we can get started and get back in there. Making sure that we add some additional things. We're looking at
more football time.
Absolutely. We're looking at changing some of the awards we're given. We're looking at making sure that we add 5-on-5 to give you guys an opportunity to play a little bit more football. We're looking at
football is always good.
At quite a few things actually. We've been told from the city of Las Vegas that there's some changes coming to our field, some upgrades coming to our fields next summer. So I'm really excited about that.
So we're going to benefit from those upgrades?
Absolutely. Upgrades meaning that there'll be some of the nicest fields in Vegas or just as new as any other field out there. So I'm really, really excited about that. And that's not a secret, something I was told that I was able to share with you guys. So I think we're looking good. I think we're looking really good.
Well, anything else, Commissioner? I mean,
other than that, I mean, some of the things that we want to discuss going forward is just, what are some things that, you think we could do a little bit better for you guys? And like I said, I mentioned the stats. We're addressing that. We're doing a little bit better with our referees. Anything else you guys are looking for?
I mean,
you're the voice right now for the entire league.
Basically, the refs are good. We haven't heard much complaints. No personal refs are keeping control of the game. Stats have been an issue, but it seems you guys got that fixed. That's rolling along. I haven't seen any other complaints. And personally, I don't have any. Outside of the fact you did promise Bear a barbecue.
And we had a barbecue the first week of the season, and everyone left.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
a hungry bear is not a happy bear.
I know. We'll take care of Bear.
Right.
So I just want to thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. What I want you guys would like you to do real quick. We got a bag of gifts for you, man, for you to take home. It's a party gift, so if you could just open up some of those really quick, we really appreciate that. Kind of like what they do on.
Really?
You said you got good hands, man.
The best hands in the league.
Well, that's to be seen.
To be seen.
Practice.
80 receptions, 4 drops.
Okay.
Come on now. An empty can of Red Bull.
My bad. I was thirsty. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I figured you could spice up right before the game. That's all you. It is.
Yeah, that's pretty saucy right there. Actually, I kind of like that a little bit. All right.
I figured maybe you.
I don't play baseball.
I'm sorry.
I know the worst
You might
part.
be better at that than football, though.
No, the worst part is I'm a Cubs fan.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you really don't play
So
baseball.
yeah, I really don't like too much baseball stuff.
Well, hey, those gifts are some party gifts for you to take home, man. I'm sorry about the Red Bull. I got really, really thirsty. Everyone, thank you so much for joining in and watching the very first episode of the Gridiron. My name is LeBron Tribune. This is Hand Job.
Hand Banana Tron.
Sorry, Headband Banana.
Hand Banana Tron.
Hand Banana Tron.
These hands.
The orange guy. These hands.
The orange guy.
Those hands. All right, just guys, remind all your players, get on the forum, check this out, check out everything else that we have on the forum. Get as many people to sign up as you can. It will only help this league grow. Don't forget, you can tweet me at @GridCommish on Twitter. You can find me there. Anything that you guys have, any questions or concerns you have, address them on there. We're doing our best. Don't forget, daylight savings time is coming this weekend. Don't forget, spring forward, fall backwards, set your
I'm
clocks
always
back.
there an hour early.
All right, well, hopefully everybody else is there early this week as well. Thank you very much. Thank you for your help and your support.
#undefeated from here on out.
Going down for it.